welcome to the Two Manager Project Extra, Episode 7. On this episode, we're going to take a quick pre-season look at Royal Wootton Bassett and Hales Owen for both Manager 1 and 2, and have a quick look at the signings we made in the close season and what our upcoming matches are looking like. So if we start off with Manager 1 at Royal Wootton Bassett, we can see that we're in the English Southern League Premier Central, which of course is where Hales Owen just got promoted from. So we'll recognise a lot of those teams there, but unfortunately it shows us as being expected to finish 22nd and get relegated, which is not ideal. We have made a couple of moves in terms of transfers in the pre-season, but yeah, things are not looking good in respect of that, so I think there might be more players to come, but we'll see. Never rule Bassett out, that's for certain. In terms of the team report, as you can see, we're lacking midfield depth throughout. Still, I think we're safe up front. I mean, Fisher and Harris now are more like backup players. I'll show you in terms of the squad. But Mr. Worrell here, he hasn't had a bad pre-season, so I fancy his chances of doing well. And of course, Mr. Corkery has also had an equally fantastic pre-season, so I'm quite happy. And that's the thing, the way things have been going with pre-season, it's been hard to kind of identify, players to buy, basically. But I have picked up this guy, Lewis Wright, as effectively a replacement for Pursehouse, though Pursehouse still is with us. He is a fullback and not a wing-back, but again, he's not done bad as a wing-back in the pre-season, so I have high hopes. Probably the quickest way of doing it is to go to transfers and look at the transfer history so that I make sure I'm showing you everybody. So yeah, at the moment, Lewis Wright is the only one showing us coming in this season. But if we take a quick look back here, obviously you met Kabani, you know about Farron, you know about Carr, and Todd as well, I believe, our main goalkeeper. Matthew Harris you knew, but Rob Worrell, as I say, he was the last one. So we've had a few people out. Daniel's gone. He's on loan. In fact, I think all of these guys are due to come back if they're not back already. I think Hendricks is back or has gone out again. But yeah, he's on loan at Sporting Bengal now. I feel like he's going to do well for us, ultimately, if I can play him, because he doesn't fit the tax we have. So yeah, that's kind of the issue. We've only made a couple of signings. We've tried to make some more, but let's not hide the inactive deal. But as you can say, where are we? Nope, it's not showing up here. But yeah, we haven't done a lot. So we kind of got to see how things go at the start of the season. Obviously, some of these players, in terms of their star rating ability, are showing slightly less than they were the previous season in some cases. But that doesn't mean that, well, I'm learning that the star rating doesn't always mean anything. So, like I say, I got a good squad. We dominated the hell out of the last league, even though we were expected to struggle. I kind of want to start the season and see how Bassett do before I start going crazy and buying people. I do think the wings could use some help, because as brilliant as Barker's been, it's a skill issue. If I can get slightly more skillful players now, I mean, we're literally a division away from the Vanarama South. It would be for Bassett. Hales Owen, of course, being in the Vanarama North this season. Yeah, we need better quality than we have at the moment, and it's great that they play well, but we need that next level, if you know what I mean. So in terms of Bassett's tactics and how things are set up, we're literally continuing on with the custom wing play. I call it the custom wing play because obviously I've made 1 or 2 changes in there, but yeah, we're keeping to that. Whoops. It's worked. It's been solid. We had a fabulous season last season. Part of it, I think the team is used to playing it. There's a lot of familiarity there. As you can see, this is our quick pick best 11. And as you can see, everybody's familiar with it, which is fantastic. Even Mr. Wright down here. And he's pretty new. I know he's not perfect. And part of that will be, yeah, the pressing intensity, apparently. But anyway, we'll see how things go. Like I say, I can't I don't feel like we're destined for bottom place the way the pre-season's gone, and certainly the way we overpowered the last division. I don't know. I guess I got to wait and see. So if we join Manager 2 now at Hales Owen, as you can see, Hales Owen predicted to finish 17th. And basically in the group of the other promoted players, 40 to 1. It's better than 75 to 1, which of course Bassett have. When I first looked at this, which was very early in the pre-season, we are actually shown as finishing 10th, which just goes to show what these guys have been doing in the closed season. In terms of, closed season recently at least, buying players, or indeed how they rate the players that I've purchased here at Hales Owen, or signed for free in every case. If we take a quick look at the squad, again, great for potential. Some of these players are not showing as many stars as they did last season, just because of where they are. But if we have a look at the transfers, there we go. So far this season, we've brought in Josh Barrow. He is a left back, but he also plays in central, which we kind of needed. Some more backup in there, some more depth at least. I think he was somebody's... There we go. Yeah, he's not done too bad in his non-competitive appearances, so we'll see. Callum Saunders, he was brought in to be first-choice striker. As you can see, good physicals and pretty good mentals. No technical skills, unfortunately. But he had quite a decent season with Bedford, and one thing that Hales Owen have lacked recently, at least, has been decent forwards. Now, where I play the lone forward, especially with the gegenpress, they usually call for a pressing forward, and obviously this is showing him on defend, but I think he's the same in terms of his green dot there for all of the roles. So, like I say, I fancy his chances to do well. He's not had a bad pre-season. But yeah, time will tell, I guess. Tony Taylor, he's on loan. Another striker. Again, good physicals. Bit better in the technicals and half decent mental. So, again, I kind of went a bit nuts here. Fabio Lopez is also a striker, but I'm more interested in him being a shadow striker whilst he's on loan. Again, had a nice pre-season. Can play out on the wing, which is fine. George Membrilera. Again, another striker. This one's on loan from Coventry. So, purely a striker in this case and a poacher. There is a chance that Hales Owen's tactics might change even further, which I will go into next. And last but not least, Toby Kenyon. Signed him for free. He's had a pretty good pre-season, I would say. But he was sort of the key to strengthening the midfield and adding it a bit of danger, I suppose, because, we've got some good defensive players there with Sonny Treadwell and Jack Hickman, but we lacked sort of creativity or attacking. And, again, with Vanderarma now, so we need somebody with we need more people with skills, and he's got a tremendous first touch, and decent passing, certainly compared to most other players in the squad. So, yeah, I think he's going to be pretty much the key. But like I say, he's had a fantastic pre-season. But yeah, if we look at the tactics now, I have been mucking around a little bit. Obviously, this is what we were playing last season. Let's just do a quick pick on that. Still can go straight back to it. It's not a problem. I think Roberts would probably be better off as an inside forward there, but that's fine. It wouldn't be ball winning midfield. It's just because we had Treadwell in there. But what I have been playing the pre-season with, though, is this, which is the, a version of the 4-1-2-3 or 4-3-3, if you will, but taking advantage of having the two strong defensive midfielders, and it's showing Augustine here. In fact, let's just do a quick pick without restriction, best 11. There we go. Sonny Treadwell. And like I say, Kenyon there. I've got it in deep lying forward, but it should be pressing forward on support. Anyway, So yeah, so basically I am, again, because we're in the Vanarama and my challenge is to avoid relegation, which, judging by the media's prediction, I should be fine. I wanted to play slightly more defensively, take a little bit of pressure off the back four. Hence, Finch, of course, had a fantastic season last season. He's had a great pre-season. I mean, he's been great since we bought him. Mr. Treadwell, again, he's had a bit of a decline, but pre-season blues maybe. But yeah, he's had a solid pre-season as well. So it looks pretty good. Certainly in terms of predictions, it looks better than Barrett. But like I say, our up front situation, I would suggest, is the thing to keep an eye on. Like I say, we've signed a couple of players. We've got a couple in on loan. There's going to be quite a bit of rotation up there. And that's quite important to continue with, I think, just to see what we can do until we've got a more permanent solution. So next episode to come, of course, will be Season 4, Episode 1. And Rawalton Bassett in the Southern Premier Central will be at home to Bedworth. As for Hales Owen, with Manager 2, they will be at home to Hereford. They've still got a friendly to play here against Woking, but they're going to be at home to Hereford, who I believe finished 17th last season. So potentially that would be a good result for them. Anyway, if you enjoyed that, please do give me a thumbs up and subscribe for more Football Manager videos. Thank you very much for watching.